Imototo ile, imototo ara, imototo ayika ló lè ṣẹ́gun àrùn gbogbo. Cleanliness is next to godliness. So let us do our best and leave the rest. Oh, Lagos is our home. Yeah. Oh, as we lay our bed, we go lie on top. ILERA EKO, làwa ń lé. ILERA EKO, ló jẹ́ wá lógún. Let us work hand in hand. Lagos health is our wealth. ILERA EKO, làwa ń lé. ILERA EKO, ló jẹ́ wá lógún. Let us work hand in hand. Lagos health is our wealth. Oh yeah, every day, from the north to the south, the east and the west. Let us work hand in hand. Lagos health is our wealth. Oh yeah, every day, let us work hand in hand. Lagos health is our wealth. ILERA EKO, làwa ń lé. ILERA EKO, ló jẹ́ wá lógún. Let us work hand in hand. Lagos health is our wealth. Oh yeah, every day, let us work hand in hand. Lagos health is our wealth. ILERA EKO.
Good morning and welcome to ILERA EKO Extra right here on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Today, we're shining the spotlight on a groundbreaking initiative that is, of course, set to revolutionize, did I get that correctly? Revolutionize healthcare in Lagos State. The state government, under the leadership of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has taken a bold step towards ensuring that every resident has access to quality healthcare services. And there has been a recent executive order making health insurance compulsory for all residents. And this, of course, is a testament to the government's commitment to the well-being of its citizens. As the famous saying goes, health is wealth. And of course, we are excited to have a guest in the studio who, of course, will be doing a great job of highlighting all this to us. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say welcome to ILERA EKO Extra. My name is Akan Usen. Welcome. Okay, so it's my pleasure to welcome to the show a special guest who, of course, will be doing justice to the topic we have today. And we're going to be shedding light on this, what I just talked about earlier, talking about the mandatory Lagos State social health insurance, which, of course, we all need to be part of. That's if you're, of course, not already on board this scheme. Yes, indeed. And do remember, we value your feedback, we value your input, so we'd love to hear from you. 080-991-20777 and 091-538-77126. Any of this will do. The first line, 080-991-20777, is also our WhatsApp line too. WhatsApp is also a good avenue for you to reach us. No WhatsApp calls, just WhatsApp messages. We would love to hear from you. And for those who would like a visual experience, you want to see my face, you want to see my guest's face, and every other person in the studio, talking about our PAO, Dinka, she's also in the studio with us. If you want to see their faces, you want to send in your questions, you can also do that via Facebook. Facebook page is Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, and yes, you can also do YouTube Traffic Radio 961. Quick one from the control room before I introduce my guests. Let's do this real quick. Hello, control.
Hello, Akan.
Yeah, good morning.
This is Charlotte from Control.
Charlotte, please go on quickly.
Yeah, I want to quickly give you a fast update around Oshodioke.
Okay.
It was my two at the moment.
Okay.
There is a serious accident.
Serious accident.
At Oshodioke.
Okay.
Yes, at the tip of that way.
Okay.
It's involving 3 vehicles. One is off the road. We have 2 there now, presently.
Mm.
And it's seriously affecting the movement around that axis.
Okay.
The backlog is back at Anthony presently.
Okay.
It's affecting both the main carriage and the service lane.
Okay.
From tourists to know what is happening around that area.
Okay.
For those that are planning to take that place can consider alternatives.
Okay. Okay.
I'll get back to you once the vehicles are all located and the road is better.
All right. Thank you very much for this.
You're welcome.
Well done. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, the voice of Charlotte from the control room, giving us a heads up on a flash update. An accident just occurred at the Oshodioke and the tip of the bridge involving 3 vehicles. One has been moved off. We still have 2 vehicles there. It has resulted in a backlog, which I understand has gone all the way back to the Antony end. So if you're coming inwards Oshodi, you mix that traffic around the Antony end, this is the cause of that traffic you're experiencing. An accident happened around Oshodioke, the tip of the bridge involving 3 vehicles. One has been moved off, 2 will soon be moved off, and of course we will get good movement, will be restored back to that stretch. But that's what's happening on that end at this time. And the traffic manager as well, please, making sure things move as smoothly as possible. But at this time, I can tell you the service lane and the main carriageway are both affected. All right, so it's my pleasure to welcome to the show Mrs. Tosin Adeosun. Yes, she is the Monitoring and Compliance Manager at the Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA. Mrs. Adeosun brings a wealth of experience in healthcare management and insurance, and we're delighted to have her share her expertise with us today. Welcome to ILERA EKO Extra, Mrs. Adeosun.
Thank you, Mr. Akan.
Okay, and so it's definitely going to be a great time. Like I said earlier, dear listener, would love to hear from you. 080-991-20777 and 091-538-77127 are the numbers you can call and, ask your questions, make your inquiries, and any other thing you would love to know about everything and anything ILERA EKO. Of course, we're focusing on mandatory Lagos State social health insurance. All right, so Mrs. Adeosun, for people who probably have no idea about health insurance, can we start from the very nitty-gritty? Can you tell us what health insurance is?
Okay. Health insurance is a scheme where you pay a little amount of money.
A little amount, okay?
A little amount of money to have access to health care services at any point of time that you require it.
Okay.
Just like any other form of health insurance.
Yes.
Any other form of insurance like car
yeah.
insurance, fire incidents insurance, and some other form of insurance. You are planning to protect your assets.
This time the asset is your health.
Yes, so
okay.
this time around the asset is your health. But for car insurance, you are trying to protect your car. And should the case you have any accidents, which we do not usually plan for.
Yes.
So when you have it, then you would not go bankrupt when you have such cases, and the insurance company that you have where you have put your money will be able to help you in fixing the car and paying for damages.
Something as much as possible,
your losses.
Yeah.
So in health insurance, LASHMA is out here to make sure that the little amount of premium that people pay, they have access to quality healthcare services at any point in time.
At any point in time, nobody actually plans for sickness.
Yes.
So at any time, it can come calling, and so it definitely is nice to have some sort of emergency net, so to say. Okay, so Mrs. Adeosun, the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, recently signed an executive order. Of course, that it makes health insurance compulsory for all residents in the state. Can you just brief us, tell us a bit, what is the idea behind this?
Thank you, Mr. Akan. So the major idea behind the executive order, the first thing is that our governor has a listening ear and is also much concerned about the well-being of the residents of Lagos State.
Okay.
But before this time, in the year 2015, 2015 May precisely, there was a law enacted, the LSHS law,
in
Lagos State Health Scheme Law, which makes it mandatory for all residents of Lagos State to have health insurance. And also in the year 2022, the NHIA Act made this compulsory for every resident of Nigeria to have this health insurance. So for the states, we call it social health insurance. So in Nigeria, as we speak, there are many states. We have 36 states and the FCT, and they also have social and health insurance in their various states. So the NHIA Act makes it compulsory for everyone to have health insurance. So the implication of the executive order is based on the fact that we already have the LSHS law on ground.
That Lagos had already enacted
in 2015.
Lagos is a forward-thinking state. So even before the federal level had enacted theirs, Lagos had already thought about the well-being of Lagosians. Amazing.
Okay, so to strengthen the LSHS law of 2015 and the NHIA Act of 2020, so the executive order is out, and it makes it compulsory that all residents of Lagos State must have health insurance. Making it compulsory is for the benefits of the residents of the state, so that they will be healthy and they will live well.
Great one. All right, so dear listener, I'm sure you are listening intensely, and this is quite an interesting one. I'll try to lay emphasis on the fact that even before, it's amazing that a subnational like Lagos was quite proactive and forward-thinking in actually enacting the LSHS law, even prior to having it on the national level, to just strengthen this. Okay, so Mrs. Adeosun, tell us a bit about the benefits of health insurance generally to residents, and what are the implications if I do not have health insurance?
Okay, health insurance has a wide range of benefits, but the first thing is that it gives you access to quality healthcare services with the payment of little amount of money. And also, like we said earlier, sickness does not call or tell you before it comes up. So if you have any sickness at any point in time, the money that you had already paid as premium to the health care organization will be used to take care of you at the point of need. So it also makes you to save more. The kind of money that you will be need to use for health insurance, or maybe for you to use for to take care of yourself when you are sick. That kind of money, maybe like for example, when you go to hospitals, you have to pay for consultation of 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira, depending on the location of the hospital. So, but if you are on health insurance, then you don't have to pay for consultation at any time that you go to the hospital. Then it also guides you from the risk of exposing yourself to health issues. Some people are diabetic or they are hypertensive, but because they don't have health insurance, they weren't going to the hospital. They are just using drugs on the road. Maybe they are using herbal concoction and some things that can even cause more harm and damage to their health. So it is very good for you to have health insurance because it has a lot of benefits. And like you rightly ask, that for those that doesn't have it, what is the implication?
Yes.
The implication is just the opposite of the so the implication is that if you don't have it, at any point in time that sickness comes, then you have to do out of pocket to solve the health problem. And God forbid, you might have been keeping a particular fortune. Maybe you have a building, car that you so much cherish. But at this point in time, you may have to let go of those things. Maybe you have to sell them to take care of yourself. That is why health insurance is very, very important.
Amazing. Quite eye-opening. You know, no one knows when they might get sick. Not that we pray for this, you know. No one plans to get sick or hurt, but at one point or the other, dear listener, you definitely will need medical care. It's easy to think that you don't need health insurance when you're healthy, but the truth is this can happen to anyone at any time. So when you get health insurance, you're actually getting security, not for yourself, only for yourself, but also for your family, for your loved ones, to protect against any unforeseen medical or health issues that may arise. Also, like you rightly mentioned, you know, Mr. Adeosun talked about you're saving on your medical bills. You know, you actually, because you don't know. Now, the thing is, you know, just thinking about the fact that you might actually like this particular hospital because of the quality, but if this thing comes, it's an emergency, you know, you might not be able to afford that particular quality of hospital. Just thinking about it. So health insurance is something definitely that we all as Lagosians must look into. It's ILERA EKO Extra right here on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. A very, very brief break, and we'll be right back with more more talking about health insurance. I'll be right back. Stay close.
My name na Johnny, but you fit to call me Standard Johnny. Yes, so that now because I don't register for the new ILERA EKO Standard Jara plan. Standard Jara na the advanced improvement level of the standard plan. So therefore, Standard Jara don't add extra Jara benefits, telephone medicine care, every year test or screening, plus different mental health service. You never finish, oh. People we don't already pay down for the Standard Jara fit carry waka enter any of the new V-Boot centers throughout all the big area market for Lagos. You know what is sweet me pass? Your age or any past condition, no matter at all.
Oh yeah, begin receive more treatment for your health insurance with Standard Jara. For more tori, make you WhatsApp or call 0700 ILERA EKO 07004 537 2356. You fit also register for any Ibile divisional office or ILERA EKO kiosk where they near you. ILERA EKO, nobody go carry last.
ILERA EKO, no jail and logo.
You don't hear say Lashma don't bring V-Boot come with market.
Now who be Lashma?
Lashma na Lagos State Health Management Agency. People will bring ILERA EKO.
Oh, okay. The social health insurance people. But what you come consign us with V-Boot?
Caro. V-Boot na the online store where subscribers fit get telephone healthcare talk with Dokita. Dem don station all these V-Boot stores them for all the big area markets throughout Lagos. People wey don already pay down for the Standard Jara plan go enjoy all the better benefits of the old standard plan together with the new extra jolliment.
Abeg, tell me say this talk na true.
Just dial *6700 *006 # to join Standard Jara one time or call 0700 ILERA EKO. You fit also send WhatsApp message to 0704 535 8275 or register online for www.lashma.com. ILERA EKO, nobody go carry last.
Welcome back. It's ILERA EKO Extra right here on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. And we have with us in the studio Mrs. Tosin Adeosun, who of course is a monitoring and compliance manager at Lashma. And of course we have been focusing on mandatory Lagos State social health insurance. And it's been a great time. And, you know, she has been able to throw light on this topic, talked about the the importance of health insurance, which of course I tried looking at from my point of view. You never know when you might get sick. You save on medical bills. You also, you can get access to long-term care. You can get better health care and other benefits. You're protected from unexpected high medical costs, which I cannot overemphasize. Having to pay out of pocket every time an emergency arises, say maybe a broken leg, for example, can be quite costly, especially when it requires long hospital stay. Buying health insurance means that you will not have to take on the burden of these risks alone. So, as human beings, we invest in other areas of our lives that are important to us. We invest in education, we invest in our talents, we invest in our families, we invest in our homes. We need health insurance, we need good health, to take advantage of these other things that I'm talking about. So, it's important that we invest in health insurance, in a health insurance plan, to ensure that no critical health status impairs our financial independence. All right, enough talking on my part. I will be shifting my attention back to my guest, Mrs. Tosin Adeosun. And let's just come to the state level. So we've talked about the benefits of health insurance generally to residents and the implications for those who do not have this. Can we talk a bit about Lagos State's social health scheme? Let's talk a bit about that, and if possible, let's talk about the categories of health insurance. How many categories does it cover, and who it's meant for, which section of society it's meant for in Lagos State. Let's just talk about this a bit.
Okay. Lagos State's health scheme has three major components.
Okay.
Like you said, like three major categories.
Yes.
The first one is the formal sector health plan.
Okay.
Formal health sector plan.
Okay.
The second one is the plan for the residents of the Lagos State, which we call ILERA EKO.
Okay.
And the third one is the private health insurance.
Okay.
So I would like to talk about them one after the other.
Okay,
so
let's
the first one, which is the public sector plan.
Public sector.
That focuses more on the public servants.
Okay.
The officials of Lagos State.
Okay.
All of them are already registered on the scheme.
Okay.
But for those that are yet to get their policy number, they can do so by contacting us, and they will be able to get their numbers.
That's Lagos State.
Yes. And this
staff.
is because
Okay.
the governor is also paying part of their premium.
Oh,
the
okay.
governor had already paid 75% of their premium,
Okay.
and they only need to balance up with just 25% of premium.
Okay.
So that is on ground for all public servants of Lagos State.
Okay.
So at any point in time, they can use it.
You can access it.
And even if they are not registered yet, even if they don't have their policy number yet,
okay.
they can go to their hospital, any hospital that is on LSHS, and from there they get themselves registered there, and they can access health services. Then the second one, which I call the ILERA EKO, is generally for the residents of Lagos State.
Okay.
This is mandatory according to the executive order,
Okay.
and everyone is supposed to be registered on
the scheme. Okay.
on ILERA EKO.
Okay.
So the social health plan for Lagos State is called ILERA EKO.
Okay.
And the third one is the private health plan, which is being sold by various HMOs that are
Okay.
accredited by NHIA within the country.
But that's what most people call HMO. HMO.
Yes,
That's what
they
we
call
hear.
it HMO, private
Yes.
HMO
Okay.
plan. However, these HMOs are supposed to be registered with LASHMA
Okay.
if they have offices in Lagos.
In
State.
Lagos. Okay. Okay. And is that because so that means LASHMA is all, apart from that you're a provider of health insurance, you're also some sort of what's you also you oversee the HMOs, in private HMOs. Wow, interesting. Okay, so that means this is for everyone. So you've explained that. Okay, we also have the private, we have the ones. So what are some of the benefits that residents can enjoy by having health insurance cover, particularly the Lagos State Social Health Insurance? Let's talking about ILERA EKO. Let's put our emphasis on that.
Okay, like I mentioned earlier,
Yes.
that with the payment of little amount of premium,
Yes.
you can have access to quality healthcare services. So in Lashma, the kind of plan that we sell, it's with little amount of premium, about 15,000 naira premium that you pay, and you have a very wide range of benefits that you can enjoy. Before this time we have the standard plan. But due to the fact that we have listened to the feedback from a lot of people, and we try to improve on the already benefit that we already have. So we now have the standard JARA plan. When you talk about JARA, you're saying extra.
Yes,
so
indeed.
We have a plan that has more benefit than what it used to be. For example, the Star JARA plan has additional benefit. That when you are on the plan, you can have your comprehensive tests run just to check your body. So you can do that once in a year.
And I know this used to be on the seniors plan before. Okay.
On standard plan, it used to be on the seniors plan. But now, if you have the Star JARA plan, that is the plan that we are currently selling to the residents. So when you have it, you can run the annual medical screening once in a year. Some people will say that they are not sick, but they just want to know what is going on.
Someone one day was even asking that, okay, I didn't fall sick this year, won't I get a refund of my premiums?
Okay, so for people saying that, some illnesses may be in the body and that has not yet manifested,
and they can just come and do check up.
With this Star JARA plan, you can have your medical screening done to detect whatever medical issue that you have. And secondly, with the Star JARA plan, you can have the access to telemedicine plan. Before this time, we were selling the telemedicine plan as a separate plan, standalone plan. But now it has been incorporated into the general benefits that you can have. So telemedicine is talking about having access to medical doctors at the comfort of your zone. It can be in your office, it can be at home, it can be anywhere, and you can just pick your phone and call the medical doctor to complain about whatever illnesses or whatever condition that you have, and you consult with the doctor real time.
And just via phone lines.
Yes, via phone line.
Okay.
So we have a number that you can call.
Okay.
And also, apart from this, we also have V-booths around strategic locations within the state. At the V-booths, you can have access to this telemedicine, even if you don't have a phone. Some of the people in the informal sector.
So I decide not to use my phone to do the telemedicine. I can just go into any of these V-booths and I will enjoy that same service.
Sure.
Okay.
By going into the V-booths, it is called virtual booths.
Yes.
So we call it V-booths, so that people can easily pronounce it.
Yeah. So, but is it that they have a phone I can use there, or how does it work?
Okay, right inside the V-booth, there's a system. There's a medical practitioner. Right in the V-booth. When you get into the V-booth, they will check your vitals.
First of all.
Then there's a system there, a laptop, where the person in charge of the system can easily dial the number of a medical doctor so that you can consult real time. And drugs will be prescribed. There, and some of these drugs are there in the shelf or in the V-booth, and some you'll be referred to a pharmacy to pick it up.
Okay, great. All right, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM and ILERA EKO Extra. And of course, we have been discussing about the mandatory Lagos State social health insurance. And, shedding light on this topic is Mrs. Tosin Adeosun, who has been doing an amazing job. She is the Monitoring and Compliance Manager, Lashma. A quick detail just to let you know that the CCECC Construction Company, men of that company are working at Osborne Foreshore, that's inwards Dolphin. So do take note as you head in that direction. You might experience a bit of a slow movement as you head in that direction. Just take it easy, be very careful, and watch out. Of course, I gather they're working on the expansion joint, so just slow down a bit, okay, as you head in that direction. Okay, not forgetting the fact that we had a call from control room touching a multiple accident that happened at Oshodi, UK, not too long ago, just close to the tip of the bridge, involving 3 vehicles. As at the time of this update, two vehicles were still on the road. One had been moved off, and it had resulted in a backlog which had gotten to Anthony. So please do watch out for that as you head in that direction. Of course, we expect updates from the control room and from the traffic managers stationed around that end to let us know what the state of things is as regards that, if they've all been moved off the road, or if what the present state of things are traffic wise on that end, and if possible, if there are alternatives we can take if the roads are still quite tight. All right, so back to you, Mrs. Adeosun. How is LASHMA ensuring that everyone complies with this new mandate we spoke about? That's in accordance with the law, of course, as regards health insurance. How is LASHMA ensuring that we all comply with this new mandate?
Thank you, Mr. Akan. So what we are doing as LASHMA,
yes,
the first thing is public awareness.
Okay, like what we're doing here.
Yes, just exactly
yes,
what we are doing right now.
Yeah.
At 96.1 FM. So public awareness to make sure that residents of Lagos State get informed,
yeah,
and they know the benefits attached. When you want people to actually key into something, you need to give enough information,
yes,
that will make them to face it, that will make them to be able to see the benefits of what you are telling them to do.
True.
So they will do it with their mind.
Yes.
It is not out of compulsion. So
you're not forcing them.
Not forcing them.
Yes.
So it is good that we come from that perspective. So in LASHMA, what we are doing is public awareness. We go to radio stations,
yes,
in the print media and some other forms of communication. We do that. We also have kiosk located in strategic places within the state, where people can walk in and make inquiries,
okay,
and they will meet people there that will talk to them about the benefits,
okay,
of health insurance. Also, we have divisional offices,
okay,
in the division of Lagos State,
divisions, yes,
in Ikeja, Badagry, Ekpe, Lagos Division. So we have divisional offices. We also have sub-divisional offices,
okay,
in these locations, where people can actually go to seek for information, and they will get it. And even people that listen to radio stations, they can have information about what we do. The benefits are enormous, and we want them to see it from that perspective, seeing the benefit that they can pay a little amount of premium and have access to wide range of benefits. Like, for example, with the treatment of if you go to a private hospital,
yes,
you may be paying out of pocket of like 40 to 50,000 naira,
yes,
just to take care of yourself,
which you might not have at that very point in time. Yeah.
So, but when you have paid a premium of 15,000 naira per annum,
yeah,
you can get yourself treated for malaria. And for people that have chronic diseases, maybe they have hypertension,
yeah,
diabetes, and some other things that requires monthly or
yeah,
regular supply of drug. This covers them, and they can at any point in time get into their hospital and get their refill. And for people that are pregnant, for example, I know that private HMOs, when you are already pregnant, they will tell you that you cannot buy their plan, because definitely they know that you want to give birth on
take
the scheme,
advantage, yeah,
the reason why you came. So, but for this, even if you are pregnant, you can come on the scheme.
Wow.
It's just for us to take care of the residents, yes, and make sure they are safe and sound.
So what if the person is maybe 8 months pregnant? You can still come and register?
Yes, the person can come, because we want the person to have safe delivery.
This is amazing.
We have doctors, we have a lot of general hospitals under us. We have a lot of private hospitals that are working with us to ensure that people get well.
Okay, so coming back to something you mentioned earlier, you talked about the social health insurance for formal sector. You talked about the ILERA EKO, which is for every resident, and you talked about another category, which is the HMOs, the private sector, the private HMOs, and you mentioned that LASHMA actually oversees them. So I don't know. So it seems Lashma is serving as both an HMO, so to say, providing health insurance and also regulating. How does Lashma balance the two? How do you marry the two together?
Yes, we are doing both. And it is for the benefit of the residents of Lagos State. You know, there are some aspects of the scheme that private HMO will not be able to do because majorly they are set out to make profit.
Profit, yes,
you know,
indeed.
in Nigeria, in fact, anywhere in the world, people establish companies so that they can make profit. But for us, we are not set out because of profit. We are set out for the benefit of the residents of Lagos, of the population of the state. So that is why we are playing that part. In the aspect of regulating, what we do is that we have hospitals, our scheme. We ensure that we regulate them, we check them, and to see that they provide quality healthcare services for all residents of Lagos State. Also, for some of them that we find out that they are not ready to keep to the guideline and the standard treatment guideline and the procedural guidelines that we have already put in place. So what we do is that we sanction them. We give them warning letter at first. At first we visit to investigate whatever feedback that we get from our enrollees. After investigating and we find them to be erring. So what we do is that we give them warning letter. And we also give them time to make necessary adjustments or corrections to whatever error that they have made. We can also go to the extent of delisting them and removing them from the network because we only want facilities that will be able to deliver quality service, the kind of service that we want to be given to residents. So if they are not willing or ready to comply, we also report them to their regulatory bodies and actions will be taken against them because we want a LD workforce and LD residents in the state. Okay, so finally, before I let you go, for those who cannot afford health insurance, you know, we're especially in the informal sector, are there any provisions in place to ensure they are still covered somehow? Yes, thanks to the amiable governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. He has set aside equity fund. The equity fund is and it has also been made the first line charge in Lagos State. Equity fund is 1% of the consolidated revenue fund. So as Lashma, we get that fund specifically to take care of the vulnerable. And also in Lashma, Lashma is divided into 3 arms. We have the ILERA EKO arm, the one that runs the health insurance. Then we have the regulatory arm, the regulatory arm that ensure compliance, to ensure that people comply with the provisions of the law. And the third arm is the EKOSHA. EKOSHA means Eco-Social Health Alliance. They are solely in charge of the management of the vulnerable. They go to various locations in the state. They go to slums. They go to people of very low economic status and check their health need. And they also register them free of charge on the scheme. They will not pay anything. All they only need to do is to register with us, and they can be able to access quality healthcare services. You know, like I said, the premium is relatively low, just 15,000 naira per annum. But in spite of that, some people are unable to afford it. So we are set out to also take care of that portion of the population of